You're sitting in a car and your friend is driving and he suddenly takes a hard right. Obviously you won't be sitting like this. The moment he does this, you will be like... The forces or the pressure your body goes through at that moment is called G-force. I reckon each one of you must have experienced this, whether it be in a car or bus. You feel it a bit less on two wheels because you lean when you are turning, but of course you feel it on accelerating and braking, but it is comparatively less than what you feel on four wheels. And that brings us to our topic for today's video, which is G-force in motorsports. Ciao guys, welcome to Me and Motorsports. My name is Nitish Didorkar, and in this video I'll be talking about G-forces experienced by a motorsport racer. Yes, it's true that almost everyone experiences G-force while driving, but the amount of forces and for the amount of time the racers experience those forces is what is different between the racers and the normal commute drivers. So to explain to you all of this, let's start with experts' perception. G-force is a measurement of an object's acceleration expressed in G's. It is proportional to the reaction forces that an object experiences as a result of this acceleration, or more correctly, as a result of the net effect of this acceleration and the acceleration imparted by natural gravity. Was a bouncer, right? That's why I love to explain things in simple terms, because it is important to understand things rather than just mugging it up. I'll explain you with another example. Imagine you are standing in a moving bus and the driver suddenly applies brakes. Your body is pushed forward, right? The force that pushes you forward is nothing but G-force. So as I said, G-forces are experienced more on four wheels than on two wheels. In this video, we will discuss G-forces experienced by F1 racers. We all know that fitness is one of the major factors for racers' success. And I have already talked about physical fitness of a motorsport racer in one of my previous videos. So do watch that video, you will get annotations here if your annotations are enabled. In a video on what does G-force feel like in an F1 car with Valtteri Bottas, Bottas shared his experience on how he or the other racers feel on high-speed corners. They experience high G-forces on fast corners, around 4 to 6 Gs, and it gets difficult even to breathe at that moment as their body is dealing with high G-forces, especially the neck, as head is the only part which is not fixed, or you can say not connected to the car. The G-force while accelerating is around 2 Gs, 5 Gs while braking, and 4 to 6 Gs on fast corners. Moreover, the seat is of carbon fiber and there's almost no cushioning on the seat, so there should be no hard spot, because if there is one, then it might lead to an injury, because as G-forces are acting on the body, it will push the body on that hard spot and it will also be difficult to focus. He says he can't actually explain G-forces but wants people to experience it, which makes more sense, because unless and until you don't experience it, you will never understand what racers are going through every race. So this was a small part from experts' perception. Now let's hop on to my perception. Well, I have no experience of high-speed karting. I have ridden small karts and normal car, so I can relate a bit from that experience and share a few points. But while searching more into this topic, I came across one video in which Lewis Hamilton talks about one corner where they experience G-force for almost 8 seconds, that to every lap, and they have around 55 to 65 laps every race. So imagine sustaining 4 to 6 times of your body weight for around 4 to 5 seconds, and not to lose the focus and not to lose the line, and try to drive faster under such conditions and prepare yourself for more G-forces coming within next few seconds. Major force acts upon the neck, and I'll tell you how it feels. An average weight of a human head is around 5 kg, and during a fast corner or while braking, the amount of G-force they experience are around 5 Gs. And your neck is the only part that controls the wobbling of your head, right? So multiply 5 into 5, that is 5 kg into 5 Gs, that is 25. So 25 kg is the amount of pressure your head experiences, and your neck has to counter that pressure so as to keep your head stable and not to lose the focus. And this happens every second. Not just your neck, but your entire body experiences G-forces. So if we consider my body, like the body mass of my the mass of my body is around 60 kg, and the amount of G-force I'm experiencing are around 5 Gs. So 60 into 5, that is 300 kg of pressure is what my body is experiencing at that moment or at that specific corner. Ain't that crazy and interesting at the same time? We all have been experiencing G-force since childhood, but very few of us knew about it, right? Even I might have not known about it if I wouldn't have to get into motorsports. But things turn out to be interesting as you enjoy doing them and you want to get deep into them. So I made this small and simple video so as every viewer understands what G-force are. And I hope you guys understood what G-force is, and if there's anything else you want to know about, please do mention it in the comment section. I'll try to make a video on that and answer all of your doubts. So this is all from my side. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned something new, and if you did, please do like, comment, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram to stay updated with more such interesting content. Till then, ride fast but ride responsibly. Adios.